Welcome to Wisdom Teachings with Dr. Amanda Love. Today's topic, accepting the mission. Accepting the mission. Somewhere and at some time, we all accepted the mission for our unique speck of consciousness to incarnate and have a human experience. Most all of us have forgotten that we've accepted such a mission, but the evidence is in the fact that we are currently human. Some might question or argue as to whether it was a choice to come on this mission or if we just somehow ended up here, or if it's even a mission at all, or if we are even human. These are some good questions to ask yourself. All I can say is that to me, it feels like a mission. I remember being 6 or 7 years old and having a crystal clear knowing that I came to this human experience on a very specific mission, and I was set to focus only on that. The sense of being on a mission has never left me. That's not to say that I knew what I was going to do while I was here. The activities, roles, and jobs were not apparent at the time, but rather I simply knew that I was here to be some sort of light and force of love on this planet. From that young age, something felt very vibrationally off here on this planet to me. It was like the people on this planet were missing something, some awareness of something, like they didn't recognize themselves, even though I didn't have those words to describe it at the time. I just knew that I felt a sense of what I would now call a vibrational misalignment. Some people experience this as a feeling of not fitting in here. Others experience it as being extra sensitive or chronically sick or in pain. Some feel massive confusion and like they just can't make sense of it all. This kind of vibrational misalignment can be quite intense for people, even making some people completely non-functional. How I have come to understand it now is that there are a large group of souls that have incarnated into this human experience from other vibrational frequencies. These beings came here and continue to come here to support and assist the native people of this planetary frequency in some specific way that is needed or has been requested. Essentially, these beings answered a call. The thing is, as soon as they incarnate into this human experience, they forget where they came from, who they are, and they have the full-on experience of being human just like everyone else on this planet. They often forget that they were called here and what their mission here is. This all seems like an unfair party trick, yet these seem to be the current rules of the game. For many of these beings, the incongruence is so strong that they feel resistance, irritation, and a general non-acceptance of this human experience. And they might not even know why they feel this way. Some don't want to live, or they count the moments until they can transition out of this experience. I have found that a fundamental first step in remembering your calling, that which brought you here in the first place, is accepting that you are currently having this human experience. You are not required to like it, but the less you avoid it and the more accepting you become of it, the more you remember why you are here. You may never be totally clear on the what's and how's of your mission, but you can get clearer and clearer on the why. I find that the hows and the what's tend to change and evolve, but the why tends to stay fairly stable, shifting only to be brighter or more coherent as you get clearer on it. That's because the why is not a thing, but rather a vibrational state of being. It is the frequency of home, of you, of where you rest and what you know beyond and or before this human incarnational experience. It is the essence of the what's and the how's. The thing is that if you are in resistance to this human life, then everything is murkier. It's already hard to remember, but when you add on layers of resistance, it's nearly impossible to hear the subtleties of your soul speak to you. You might be curious as to where you are resisting this human experience and how to fully accept it. Noticing resistance is sometimes obvious and other times a bit tricky. On an overt level, it is the experience of not wanting things to be the way they are. You might manage this by avoiding certain things or people, avoiding potential confrontation, complaining, playing the victim role, pretending everything is perfect when you don't feel like it truly is, or getting angry when things don't turn out the way you want. Subtler levels of non-acceptance can come through not forgiving others or self because it's justified not to, feeling dissatisfaction even when life is good, not feeling open or available to self or others, participating with life but secretly wishing it was over, wanting to be somewhere other than where you are. In order to accept life, you must, obviously, discover where you aren't accepting it. Again, it doesn't mean you have to like it, but only that you have to let it be as it is. In the process of letting life be as it is, a beautiful thing occurs. You become open for the business of your calling again. It's like when you are in resistance mode, your antenna is broken. But as soon as you move into acceptance, your antenna starts working again. That antenna is your beeline into your home frequency. Essentially, you are able to channel yourself again. Through this, you begin to feel and remember yourself. You come to hear the call that brought you here to begin with, and your heart realigns with itself. You might still not know the what's and how's, but you realize that those are revealed to you as you need to know them. What matters is that you know, feel, and hear your why. When we let go of our insistences of what we wished was here that isn't, and open to what is here instead, only then can we really impact the picture of life. Only then can we really feel good and be of service. Only then can we become channels of our home frequency and permeate our experience with it. This is what it is to answer the call. The call is for us to be ourselves and share that, not some twisted or distorted version of ourselves, but the pure, unfiltered, clear expression of our unique speck of consciousness that is currently located inside of this human form. You are not too far away from home. Home is wherever you are. You take and bring home with you everywhere you go. There is nowhere that home is not if you are there. Allow your home frequency to be here. That's what was called for. That's what was asked. That's what's needed. It's not something outside of or other than you. It's you, as you most naturally and effortlessly are. Accept the call, remember the mission, and get aligned with yourself.